everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde.
Today, a caregiver's guide to those living with Alzheimer's.
And switching gears a bit, hot diggity dog.
You know how much I love hot dogs.
She really does.
Love them.
She loves perro calientes. We're in the kitchen grilling up all American hot dogs.
That and so much more. The Balancing Act starts right now.
Alzheimer's disease, or AD, is the most common form of dementia affecting approximately 5.8 million people in the United States. It's a progressive disorder and gradually worsens over several years, often impacting a person's memory, judgment, language skills, and independence. For Sharon and her husband of almost 50 years, the changes were becoming increasingly evident.
When he was 69, I started to sort of notice a few things, but I didn't really pinpoint it. Anthony, by trade, was an upholsterer and an interior decorator, and so he had clients all over, you know, the city, the boroughs, and he was born and bred in Brooklyn, so that was really his territory. He came home one day and he said, "I can't believe it, I got lost in Brooklyn." Bingo, that was it. He was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. It was about 3 years after Anthony's diagnosis that I noticed things were going downhill. He couldn't comprehend certain things. He would ask me a question, like one of the biggest ones was, "I want to see my money." It became accusatory, you know, like, "Where's my money?" And I said, "Well, you can't see your money," but I brought out the papers where the money was. And I said, "See, here and here and here." He took the papers, he threw them on the floor because he couldn't comprehend what I was saying. Anthony was never brutal to me or anything, but a nasty part of him came out, which I never saw before. One of the biggest things that happened was Anthony got lost. He put himself on a bus to Florida, and when it got to Georgia and they made what I call a pit stop, they realized when they set everybody back on the bus, and he said to them, "What are you talking about? Where am I?" And so from there I was able to get him into a place that I knew about. And with the help of the Alzheimer's Association, friends I had made, my support group, and Anthony was there for 7 years. For me, that was the best thing. You know, my mother-in-law once said to me, "Do what you can now." Because you will live on those memories. And how right she was.
Joining me to shed some light and some hope on what can be a very difficult time is geriatrician Dr. Malcom Fraser. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Olga.
Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
You know, thinking of Sharon, such a powerful story, such a sad story. It reminds me of former President Ronald Reagan, and I remember hearing his wife, Nancy, say it was a long goodbye.
Unfortunately, Sharon's story and the late President Reagan's story is not that uncommon, and that's a very good one-liner. I can't think of a better way to describe it.
Absolutely. Doctor, I understand Alzheimer's has 3 stages. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct, Olga. And in general, it may be hard to know the difference between age-related changes and the first signs of Alzheimer's disease. A patient may experience any number or all of the symptoms that mark each stage. In the early stage, there may be some mild memory loss and difficulty with concentration. A common symptom may be forgetting people's names. These changes may only be noticed by close friends, relatives, or colleagues. The second stage is the moderate stage. This is often the longest stage. Patients require an increasing level of supervision or care and will typically experience the fastest rate of decline. Common symptoms in the moderate stage include loss of memory and confusion, also continuously repeating stories, and a decreased ability to perform complex tasks. In the third stage, that is the severe stage, a patient may lose the ability to perform daily activities like carrying on a conversation or even being aware of their surroundings. They may not recognize oneself or family, they may not be able to communicate, and may be entirely dependent on their caregiver. It is important to understand that there is an overlap between the stages and that patients with Alzheimer's disease or AD have both good days and bad days. For that reason, determining the stage that a patient is in is not always as straightforward as it could be.
Now, doctor, I understand that there's been evolving research into Alzheimer's. What are the goals of treatments now?
Unfortunately, none of the current therapies are disease modifying. And by that, what we mean is they don't cure the disease or prevent or slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease, and they don't extend the length of time that someone will live. The available treatments can help slow the worsening of symptoms for a while. The available medications are approved for different stages of Alzheimer's disease. Cholinesterase inhibitors, such as donepezil hydrochloride, are thought to work by slowing the breakdown of a chemical in the brain called acetylcholine, which is involved in learning and memory. They are approved to treat the mild, moderate, and severe Alzheimer's disease. Glutamate receptor blockers, such as memantine hydrochloride, they may help regulate the abnormal activity of glutamate, another chemical in the brain that is important for learning and memory. It is approved for moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease. There is some evidence that patients with moderate to severe Alzheimer's who are taking a cholinesterase inhibitor might benefit by also taking memantine. Another treatment option is Namzaric. Namzaric is approved for moderate to severe Alzheimer's in patients taking 10 milligrams of donepezil daily. Namzaric contains two medications, memantine extended release and donepezil in a one-a-day capsule to help fight the symptoms of moderate and severe Alzheimer's disease. In patients with moderate AD taking donepezil 10 milligrams, Namzaric may improve cognition, overall function, and may slow down the worsening of symptoms for a while.
When do you suggest Namzaric to your patients, doctor?
Many AD caregivers struggle with giving pills to their loved ones. So in patients with moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease that are already taking donepezil hydrochloride 10 milligrams, I recommend Namzaric, which combines two proven medications in a one-a-day capsule.
And what safety information should patients be aware of when taking Namzaric?
Do not take Namzaric if you're allergic to memantine, donepezil, piperidine, or any of the ingredients in Namzaric. Before starting treatment, always tell your doctor about any important medical conditions that you may have, including heart, lung, bladder, kidney, or liver problems. Also include information about seizures, stomach ulcers, or any upcoming procedures involving anesthesia. Serious side effects may occur, including muscle problems if given anesthesia with a slow heartbeat or fainting, more stomach acid which may lead to ulcers and bleeding, nausea, vomiting, difficulty urinating, seizures, and worsening of lung problems. The most common side effects are headache, diarrhea, dizziness, loss of appetite, and bruising.
Why is it important for caregivers to discuss any changes in symptoms with their doctors?
When the patient with Alzheimer's goes to the doctor's office, the doctor really just gets a snapshot view of how the patient is doing at that moment in time. The caregivers can give the physician a full update as to whatever changes there have been or any developments that have occurred since the previous office visit. We want to get the staging of Alzheimer's as accurate as possible. There are tests which can be done in the physician's office, and the information from the family and caregivers can help put the results of the test in perspective.
Doctor, thank you so much for your time and for all the information today. I truly appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, thanks to growing understanding about Alzheimer's disease, patients and their caregivers can find hope in what the future holds. If you'd like more information on the treatment discussed today, visit namzaric.com or ask your doctor about Namzaric. You can also check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
The great American hot dog. It's as American, well as apple pie and the 4th of July. We've been celebrating and enjoying this American food staple forever. I know I did when I was growing up, and I still do. And with us today to help sing all its praises and kick off summer celebrations from backyard to kitchen and anywhere great food and fun come together is Alex Sahlen. She is a mom, an elite athlete, and proud member of Sahlen Packing Company, one of this country's premier family-run manufacturers of hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats. I got through all that, and now I can say welcome.
Thank you so much for having us here. We're so excited.
Oh, I'm so thrilled you're here. By the way, I was a gymnast. What were you?
Professional soccer player.
Really?
Yes.
You go, girl. All right, how much do you love hot dogs? I love hot dogs.
Love them.
And in the summertime, woo!
Barbecuing is where it's at.
By the pool, with the kids, barbecue, maybe some burgers, but definitely a hot dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and we have a grill cam today. It's hovering above South Florida. And right now in our grill cam, we're showcasing our grill master, Chris Colley. There he is. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Olga, Alex, how you doing?
We're doing great. Now, what are you cooking up for us?
Grilling up some delicious Sahlen's hot dogs.
I love hot dogs too, I gotta tell you, it is just fabulous. You like to grill them? A lot of people boil them, but I say grill is the best way to go.
Grilling a hot dog is not rocket science. There is an art to it. The first rule is never put a cold hot dog on a hot grill. Take them from the package, put them on the grill away from the direct heat, let them warm for about 10 minutes or so. Once they come to serving temperature, you can bring them over to the hottest part of the grill and get them golden brown to slightly blackened.
All right, well, you keep going, you do your cooking, and I want to talk about you. 5th generation Sahlen,
Yes.
right? Fantastic. You're celebrating something, a big anniversary?
Yes, we are celebrating 150 years this year.
Bravo.
Yeah, which is incredible. We're so proud. Our whole entire family is involved in the business. We have about 125 employees that we consider part of our family as well. So.
And I gotta say, if it's 150 years, you're doing something right, no doubt about that.
You got it.
So that means this hot dog is different because some people will say, well, a hot dog is just a hot dog. Not the case.
Not the case. You know, being a mom, I want the best for my children, as I'm sure you do. So for us, the quality of the product is the most important. Obviously, taste, the meat and the spice. You know, it's all meat. So the taste, the quality, you can't beat it.
That's right. It's the best way to go. And you know your kids are getting a great hot dog. Let's go back to Chris out there. Chris, how do you cook them? How long do you put them on the grill? What's your secret?
I like to pierce the casing a little bit with a cooking fork. End up with something like that right there. That's good stuff.
Oh my gosh, don't you love when it gets toasty on top?
My mouth is watering.
I absolutely love it. Chris, you've got a lot of people waiting there to eat, so keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna show our viewers here these amazing hot dogs. First, I wanna show just huge variety. Which is your #1 seller?
#1 seller would be these smokehouse hot dogs. Taste phenomenal. We do also have a couple other options. The skinless wieners my kids love.
Skinless
those
wieners.
are the ones that they die for. We have reduced fat for those who are watching their waistline.
Fantastic.
And can't forget about the beef hot dogs for anyone on a restricted diet. So
that's
we
great.
cater to everybody, which is fantastic.
And of course, toppings are the best part, at least for some people. I'll tell you
Yeah.
how I like it in just a moment. But this has some onions and tomatoes. Fantastic. Here we have some chili.
Yeah, we've got chili on there.
All right, and over there?
These are the New York style.
Ooh, sauerkraut.
New York style.
Love that. And then a pickle. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of like the plain girl.
Me too. For me, flavor is king. I just love the way it tastes. So for me, it's just bun and hot dog.
Under
and
the sun.
in the mouth.
I love it. I actually made a couple for both of us here. So
Oh,
here's yours.
thank you.
I know. I wanted to surprise you. Let's go back to Chris. Chris, how about you? How do you like yours?
The Sahlen's hot dog is definitely good with nothing on it, but I prefer mustard, pickles, and hot sauce. That's the Buffalo way as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds good.
That sounds good. All right. Any last minute thoughts on the day and your favorite dog?
As far as I'm concerned, these are the best darn grilling hot dogs on the planet.
Completely agree. All right, so for our viewers, Alex, who'd like more information on the hot dogs, where do they go?
Sahlen.com, and we also have social media handles. You know, that's all the rage these days. So Twitter, Instagram, you can catch up with the latest news, recipes, different ideas. Check it out.
That's right, but I'm a plain Jane girl. Chris, thank you so much. I think we're going to join you after this segment and go out there because you're having too much fun.
I look forward to seeing you. When you get here, I'll give you one of these fresh off the grill. A little bit better than those studio dogs.
Ooh, we get a fresh one when we get there. All right, thanks so much for joining us, Alex, and happy anniversary, 150 years. And for our viewers, if you'd like to learn more about this great, tasty hot dog, go to Sahlen.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Yum, let's take a bite.
You've probably seen this magazine at your local grocery store. First for Women is the second best-selling magazine at retail with about 3.7 million women readers. It offers the tools and inspiration they need to look good, feel great, and enjoy every aspect of their lives. And here to share more with us is Samantha Trenk from First for Women. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me, Olga. I'm thrilled.
I love this magazine. I've seen it. It's so vibrant. I'll give you my take, but share with our viewers what the magazine is about.
So First for Women makes their readers happy. We create a joyful and inspiring environment.
So how do we go about, Samantha, inspiring ourselves and creating more happiness, if you will?
At First for Women, we love drinking tea. You'll walk around the offices and see that everyone are sipping different kinds of tea throughout the day.
And it makes you happy.
Makes you so happy. There are certain kinds of tea that are mood boosting or that helps you sleep. The secret calming element of tea is L-theanine, and there are all different kinds that you can drink and just feel relaxed.
Okay, that's one tip.
Yes, yes. We love essential oils.
Oh, I do too.
My favorite is this diffuser by Guru Nanda, and there are different essential oils that you can put into the diffuser, and if you don't have a diffuser, you can just dab a few drops on your wrist, and it really just calms, kind of creates that zen-like feeling in your home, and it almost makes me feel like I'm at a spa sometimes.
It's true.
Exactly.
And just kind of, all of a sudden, your day goes,
exactly.
and you're more calm.
Yeah, lavender at night will help you sleep. Another thing is incorporate reading into your bedtime routine.
Cannot agree more. Turn off that TV, don't look at your phone, read.
Exactly. There's nothing I love more than picking up a Harlequin love novel and just kind of like losing myself in it. Did you know that when you read, the same thing happens to your brain as when you are meditating? So that's really something that I kind of swear by. Next, eat lots of beans, fruit, and fish. These are the staples of the Mediterranean diet, and they boost mood and boost happiness.
And energy as well, exactly.
Yes.
And I think the last one is give a hug.
Yes, hug at least 5 times a day.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oxytocin is a chemical in our bodies that scientists refer to as the cuddle hormone, and it's guaranteed to make you happier.
And if you'd like more information, of course, you can go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Okay, it is summertime. Rob, fire up that grill. Girls, get ready. We are having some hot dogs tonight. We're grilling dogs.
Here comes that Southern girl coming out of here. All right, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
Mustard, relish, pickles. Sometimes I even go with sauerkraut. I get it all on there.
You gotta brush your teeth after that, don't you?
Absolutely.
Remember to head to our Facebook page and website. She's probably going,
I can't wait.
Follow us on Twitter.
And don't forget about our Instagram, @Julie and Olga. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're grilling dogs tonight. We'll see you next time.
Gosh, there's that Southern girl.